don't be here.
Tonight, Chef Ramsay faces the most deluded owners he's ever met.
Restaurants don't run like this.
Disagree.
I disagree with that also.
He confronts them with the cold hard truth.
So how the fuck is that special in your tiny mind?
When you start dealing with all this crap and your name's on that lease, then you tell me what you want to do.
But will they change their ways?
It's us against y'all.
That is fucked up.
Or will their stubbornness shut down Zeke's once and for all?
You are not a fucking restaurateur.
That's tonight on Kitchen Nightmares. Located on the Mississippi River, not far from the Gulf of Mexico, is the New Orleans suburb of Metairie, a tight-knit community that is home to Zeke's, a neighborhood restaurant opened in 2002 by a charismatic entrepreneur named Zeke Ugnast.
Zeke was 6'4", big and goofy, but you know what? The man knew how to have a good time, and he knew how to run a pretty good restaurant.
Everyone came to Zeke's when it first opened because there was just a good vibe in this place. Good people, food was always good. I mean, we used to do 750 people in here on a Friday night.
But in 2005, Zeke tragically died during Hurricane Katrina, and the ownership and the direction of the restaurant was up in the air.
After Katrina, this place was in limbo. So the Cortellos bought it, and then they pretty much took on the place.
Hi guys, how are y'all tonight? Welcome to Zeke's.
When we bought Zeke's, we chose to keep the name because Zeke's did a very good business, and that just made business sense to us.
All right, guys, first guest.
When Daryl first took over, pretty much changed everything. He cut staff, he cut product, he went to lesser quality.
Wouldn't feed that to your dog.
And then on top of that, he raised the prices.
It's expensive.
It's a little over the top.
I feel as though I'm completely handcuffed in the kitchen.
Dude, I'd love to do like steamed clams.
That's not us. I don't think that's us. You know what I'm saying?
I'm always trying to beg him or plea him. Can we try that? Can we do this? And Daryl doesn't allow it.
Trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit.
I ask myself all the time, why do I even stay here?
No sitting on the job.
Servers here are all talked down to or disrespected. People just don't feel appreciated.
Daryl cut my pay in the last 6 months
I can't afford raises right now.
and it's made me work more hours since he cut my pay.
Daryl, we got 3 orders of green tomatoes left.
Cutting them a little thick, too, I can tell you that. I'm not looking to squeak by. I'm looking for financial rewards in this business.
That kind of offended a lot of Zeke's regulars, and this has just steadily declined.
Meatballs, plain and bland.
Unless he's got a pot of gold stashed somewhere, there's no way this restaurant would last, a month.
All right.
Payroll was today.
How'd we do?
That's not a good question. Financially, we are not doing great.
Well, we got to catch up somewhere. It's not happening.
We're not going to make it if we don't have Chef Ramsay come in and tell us what he thinks we can do differently to change this, because obviously what we're doing, it's not really working.
Physically, emotionally, it's been hard. I have put everything I can possibly put into Zeke's, but seats aren't full, so something's going on, and we're killing ourselves trying to find out.
Before heading to Zeke's, Gordon has arranged to meet some Metairie locals to gain some insight into the restaurant and the neighborhood.
Oh, doing good. How we doing this morning?
Very well indeed, thank you. Morning. How are we? Now tell me about the area, Metairie. What does it stand for?
So it's a town on the East Bank.
Uh-huh.
They got a lot of people. They got some good restaurants up there.
And have you heard of a restaurant called Zeke's?
We used to go there quite a bit. I haven't been there in a while, but before Katrina, we used to go there quite a bit.
Before Katrina, we would go like every Friday. It was great. But after Katrina, we probably only been once or twice.
What was the difference in food?
Got pricey and average.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The quality had gone down quite a bit.
Yeah.
And the atmosphere wasn't the same.
They had lost the magic, the feel of the restaurant.
Right.
And it just changed.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
After hearing unfavorable reviews, Chef Ramsay heads over to Zeke's to continue his investigation, and there is nothing more telling than lunch.
Hello.
Well, hello, Chef
are
Ramsay.
you?
Welcome to Zeke's.
I'm very happy to be here.
Nice to meet you.
Definitely.
Come right this way.
All right, guys, I think we got a special guest.
Heard that.
Heard that.
Help me get up to speed. You are the owner.
Yeah.
You run the business with Zeke?
My husband is Daryl.
Daryl. And where is he?
He is in the kitchen.
So, who's Zeke?
Zeke was the original man who opened the restaurant, passed away right after Katrina.
Damn.
And we purchased it from his estate, so we've had it for almost 5 years.
What did you change after you bought it?
The menu items are similar.
Okay, good.
We've definitely taken some off and changed some recipes.
And the chef is the same?
Emil is the kitchen
Emil.
manager, yes.
Whose decision is it with the new dishes?
My husband, Daryl. He's got a couple of his recipes on the menu.
And where did he train as a chef?
He's never trained as a chef.
If you're not a chef, why would you put dishes on the menu?
Being in the business, I guess.
Okay. Does the chef agree with those dishes, or is it just because he's the owner, that's why he gets them on?
I guess talk to him about it.
Okay, let me have a look at the menu.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Wow. Hello.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm well,
I'm so
thank
happy
you.
to be in Louisiana. My first time.
Good.
Thank
Welcome.
you. Your first name is?
Candace.
Candice. I saw on the menu the oyster...
Oyster's Cortello. It's an invented dish for our restaurant. The Cortellos is Daryl and Ellen, so they made it up.
So the owners have named an oyster after them?
Yes, they have.
They bought the restaurant, now you want your name on the menu.
Yes.
Sounds like someone's struggling for power. I've got to try one.
Okay.
Yeah. And I must have some boiled shrimp.
Boiled shrimp.
And what specials do you have, my darling?
We have a chicken fried steak today.
Let's go for it.
We do have also traditional bread pudding.
Let's go for that. And I think we're done.
Okay.
Thank you.
Look what I got. All right, here we go.
When Daryl got here, he kind of implemented his own menu. It really gets frustrating because Daryl really has no idea, culinary-wise, what he's doing.
Candace, you ready?
I'm going to take out the boiled shrimp to him.
Chef Ramsay is going to love this food. It's simple food, it's basic food, it's feel-good food, but it's done very well and fresh.
Okay.
Boiled shrimp.
Thanks, darling. My first Louisiana shrimp. Yeah, everything's soft. They should peel easily and sort of pop out the shell, but I'm struggling to peel them. I mean, that is nasty. What I'm struggling for here is the lack of freshness. They feel and taste slightly mushy, which is a big disappointment. Candice, where are the shrimps fresh?
They're fresh frozen.
Fresh frozen.
I know it's kind of an oxymoron.
But you can buy fresh shrimp
Yes.
within a mile from
Yes, yes. The frozen shrimp tastes like shit. Sorry. Crap. He wanted to know why we would get frozen shrimp when you can go to like the market and get them fresh every day.
It's not uncommon to have frozen shrimp because some things are okay frozen. How we look on the oysters? Coming right on. All right.
Wow, that back wall is hideous. What a mess. You got 2 seconds, please?
Yes.
And what's with the swamp decor? Whose idea was that?
Mine and my husband's.
To eat in a swamp? For children or for adults?
For both.
For both.
For both.
Oyster's Cortello. That's not words for me.
Right, here we go.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
What the hell is that?
These are the Oyster's Cortello.
Oysters Cortello. So I suppose you go like that. Wow, they're dreadful. Oysters named after the owner. I certainly wouldn't put my name on that. I wouldn't even put my enemy's name on that.
Take it for you? Okay.
Thank you. That's depressing, isn't it?
No. Just terrible.
Oysters Cortello, I don't know what to say about that. I eat them myself. I think they're delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Daryl, what did he say?
Oysters Cortello just ain't working.
This is killing me not to know what he's saying.
This is the fried chicken steak, right?
Correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bland as anything. No seasoning, no care. Look at that. Ugh. Candice, what the hell is that? Looks like it's just had a giraffe's tongue cut out and deep fat fried.
People complain that the quality of the food here is horrible.
Unbelievable.
Daryl's not listening to the feedback that he gets, and he's going to do what he wants to do. Daryl.
Yep.
He said that it looks like somebody cut out a giraffe's tongue, battered and fried it.
I'm not going to agree with that. It didn't look that way to me. I mean, that's what normally goes out. It's a good product.
So it looked like we cut out a giraffe's tongue.
Wow, wow, wow. Jesus. Thanks, darling. Doesn't look fantastic. But it tastes delicious. Who made that?
Emil makes it. I'm just so happy that Chef Ramsay likes the bread pudding. It feels great to end on a good note. Love the bread pudding.
You like the bread pudding?
There we go.
Loved it. I took full responsibility for bread pudding. That is all me. Daryl doesn't really have influence on that. Thank God. Thank God he liked something I did. I'll take that any day.
Hello.
Hello, Chef.
And this is
Daryl Cortello.
the owner.
Yes, Chef.
Introduce me to your brigade.
Chef Emil Marcos.
Emil, good to see you, buddy.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Jason Carpenter.
Jason, good to see you.
There's a lot of things that need changing, and you know, Daryl is one of them.
Can I talk about lunch?
Yes.
My God, what a disaster. The food is below standard. Why wouldn't you buy fresh shrimp?
Simply don't have the time to go to the market.
Excuse me? Where are we?
We're in
Come
New
on.
Orleans.
Come on, big boy. Chicken fried steak. Disaster. What cut of meat was that?
Not a very good cut.
No. Are you proud to serve that food?
No, sir.
Was that the same quality of steak that we were using years ago?
No, sir.
Then why have you changed the standard?
It's up to Daryl.
Is that a cutting corner method to save money?
No. Chef, everything is shit to you.
Yeah.
But we had diners eating all lunch, full dining room, well, nothing's sent back.
Do you honestly think just because they don't send it back that your food is fucking amazing? That's good enough for you to continue. No, you can't be that fucking stupid.
Point taken.
If they want to be that stupid, you've got no chance.
I don't buy the fact that it's bad quality food. That's bullshit.
Hard to believe this was once a great place.
Coming up, while Daryl and Ellen continue to be defensive,
We don't feel like it puts out an awful product.
You don't give a shit about food.
It's bullshit.
the staff goes on the offensive.
You talk to us like dirt.
Then, at dinner service, Chef Ramsay makes a shocking discovery.
So how the fuck is that special in your tiny mind?
I don't have a tiny mind.
I'm telling you, you have a tiny mind.
And makes an announcement that could mean the beginning of the end for Zeke's.
How would you feel if I told you all that...
After receiving some harsh words from Chef Ramsay,
the food is below standard?
Daryl has some words of his own.
You know, Chef says everything is shit. It's embarrassing. There's nothing good about the menu. You know, I don't buy that shit. I will never believe the food is shit. You're not going to commit. I've been eating this food all my life. Chef Ramsay doesn't know New Orleans food. That's it. I mean, you can cut all the food down you want. You can't break me.
It's an hour before dinner service, and Chef Ramsay hopes a private meeting with the two chefs, Emil and Jason, can shed some light on the restaurant's main issues.
Okay. So, I don't get it. Some of the things I encountered there today were just awful. That can't be your wish to cook with frozen ingredients.
We talk about it every day, and
Yep.
it just gets swept under the table.
I tell him the second he starts cutting the cost, you
Yeah.
get a cheaper product.
Yeah.
You know it's going to taste like shit, and trying to explain that to him,
Yeah.
you know, is
It's like talking to this wall right now.
And how long has it been going on like that?
Since right around the time he took over. The only thing Daryl and Ellen see is money, and that's what scares me. Their whole purpose is money, 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 money.
We feel like our hands are so tied. As far as ordering goes, everything goes. The only other option was to leave. Me and him both go. Yes. You know, what do? Just walk out the place? I mean, we got a lot of personal memories in this place. Just to walk out of it.
Granted, I get that, but it doesn't stop you from having your voice.
Everybody here is just kind of waiting for the place to belly up and go find a new job somewhere else.
I'm here to help put this freaking place back on the map.
Yes, sir. You're absolutely right. We have only two options, Chef Ramsay or God, and I don't think the second coming's happening anytime soon.
Thanks for the catch-up.
Thank you. Thank you.
After gaining some insight from Jason and Emil,
Hey, I need shrimp portioned.
Chef Ramsay is eager to see how this restaurant functions in a dinner service.
How does this work? Emil, when were these done?
Last night.
Why are they bagged?
He portioned them out to order.
Really? What's the idea of putting everything in bags?
Portion size.
Portion size.
I like to have everything in quantitative perspective. If I give too much, you get a happy customer here. You don't get a good customer. They're happy because they're getting 3 times what they should be getting. I'm getting nothing. I don't make money on that.
It's food. You know, we're not cutting piping with bathrooms.
Hi, welcome to Zeke's. How many do we have in the party?
It's Chef Ramsay's first time in Louisiana.
Come right this way, please.
And not surprisingly, Zeke's is completely booked.
And tonight our specials are lasagna and lasagna sundae.
I got a seafood platter, no oyster sub shrimp.
I'm at the expo station. I like to see all the food go out.
Side of new potatoes, Daryl.
I make sure every dish goes out like I want it to go out.
Can I run anything?
Nope.
Shrimp platter.
Can any of that go?
I'm waiting on dishes to complete the order.
It doesn't concern you that food's just dying in the window?
But we're pushing as hard as we can.
Bloody hell.
It's been here a long time.
For expediting is one thing, standing here and saying nothing is another. Wow, fucking hell.
It's an hour into dinner service, and the first wave of food is finally making its way out to the customers.
Sorry about the wait. They are backed up.
Everybody's food at the table now.
Let me get your server. My apologies.
And the food isn't the only thing that's getting a chilly reception.
Can I ask something? Do you mind not standing there like that? It's so dour. Yeah, I think you can be more proactive.
I don't want to hover, you know.
But you can make yourself busy.
Okay, I got it. I'm ready.
Good.
Thank you.
All right, look what I got.
What's that one?
Lasagna.
Lasagna. When was the lasagna made?
Last Thursday.
Last Thursday. And today's Thursday, right?
Correct.
Serving the stuff from a week ago. Help me to understand that stupidity.
Well, we made the pan, we didn't sell it all. It's wrapped up in portions and frozen. I thought that's a bad thing. Lasagna, it's all done fresh and cooked. And we'll wrap the portions up separately. We'll put them in the freezer. It works. It is the best lasagna you're going to get.
It's a special, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so how the fuck is that special in your tiny mind when it was cooked a week ago?
I don't have a tiny mind.
I'm telling you, you have a tiny mind. It can't be that special if you're going to stand here and tell me that it's special.
The product is good.
Daryl runs his kitchen with 90% bravado, and you know the other 10% he just wings it.
This is a good product. This is good food.
My God, it's getting worse. Yeah, he's a tough nut, your expediter. So we have a special today. When do you think that lasagna was made?
Today.
Homemade lasagna?
Right.
Last Thursday. How can it be that special when it's from a week ago?
Well, you know, it's frozen, so it's not like sitting there getting mildew on it. And our customers
missing the
absolutely
point.
love the lasagna. I don't think that's our biggest issue is lasagna. I mean, that's absolutely incorrect.
What do you think they would feel like if you told them the day special was cooked a week ago, frozen?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they would probably be surprised that it was so good and that it was made last week and frozen.
Shall I ask them all?
Would you like me to walk with you?
I know I'm not going to walk, I'm going to stand up and shout.
Oh, really?
When you come out to restaurants and you read today's specials, for instance, a beautiful homemade lasagna, would you expect that lasagna to be made today? Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you have ordered lasagna? How would you feel if I told you all that today's lasagna that's been served was made a week ago?
This is humiliating.
After making a shocking discovery about today's special,
When was the lasagna made?
Last Thursday.
Chef Ramsay made an announcement.
Today's lasagna that's been served was made a week ago.
That is not sitting well with customers.
My apologies to those that have ordered the lasagna. Have a look at the potential other specials. Bon appetit. Thank you.
This is humiliating. It's absolutely better, of course, when it's fresh and served right out of the pan, but it's not horrible.
I just told the customers that today's lasagna was reheated from a week ago. The feedback was shock horror. 86 the lasagna.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
With Chef Ramsay's announcement fresh in their minds,
Get a check.
Did the check, okay.
customers have seemed to have lost their appetite.
Fuck me.
Did y'all eat already?
Yeah, I had the lasagna.
After witnessing a dinner service full of problems,
You got 2 seconds, please?
Yes, absolutely.
Chef Ramsay is anxious to have a chat with the owners.
Oh dear. Did you hear The customers tonight, when I told them lasagna was a week old, did you hear?
Here's what happens. Cook lasagna and it doesn't sell. You throw it away? No, we don't throw it away. We wrap it.
I'm here to help, but I tell you what, I can't help you when you're standing there and trying to come up with excuses to why customers pay good money for frozen shit that cooked a week ago and you call it a special.
We don't feel like it puts out an awful product.
You don't give a shit about food.
It's not true.
Your passion's about portion control, measurements, frozen foods, reheated in a microwave. Restaurants don't run like this.
Disagree.
I disagree with that also, definitely.
Trust me, you are not a fucking restaurateur.
You're the owner? You paying rent here? When you start dealing with all this crap and your name's on that lease, then you tell me what you want to do.
After being stonewalled by owners in denial,
Good morning, sir.
Chef Ramsay has called a staff meeting,
2 minutes, please.
hoping to bring all of the restaurant's issues into the open.
Okay. I want you to tell me the frustrations, the anger, and the things that really upset you the most. Emil.
I just feel as though I'm getting pounded with a mallet constantly when I walk into this place. I went from working 40 hours to working about 50 for $400 a week. That pisses me off.
I feel that we don't get any respect. I'm here all the time. I don't get to eat lunch. I should have a meal. I should have a shift meal.
This is messed up.
We are talked down to, like we're dirt. And it's not right.
Listen, I really appreciate the openness and the honesty. I knew it was bad, but I didn't quite understand it hit that level of hurt.
I think it's just sad that we're all sitting here and that we actually have to even be at this point.
I think we all, the whole group of us here, are pretty much struggling.
No one's getting that message across. I need to get through to them. Daryl and Ellen are about to arrive. I want you to tell them.
Everybody was saying what they wanted to say and getting it off their chest, but it's kind of different from telling Chef Ramsay versus telling Daryl.
Don't be nervous. I don't want you to be afraid. I've got your back. Okay? And here they are. Good morning.
Good morning.
I've been here having a staff meeting. We've gone through some issues this morning that's been bothering them. But rather than me trying to tell you how they feel, I think they should speak.
Certainly.
Who's going to go first?
I'll go first. I don't feel as though we all gain much respect around here. And I don't think that you as our owner have our back.
Candace, Ashley, is that how you feel?
You really do talk to us like dirt sometimes.
My intent is not to talk down to somebody.
But that's how it comes out.
Jason, talk to Daryl, please.
My biggest problem that I have is just, I don't think you have a clue as to how this place runs.
Me?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that you're so stuck on the numbers, the actual essence of having a restaurant and serving good food and giving customer service and happy employees, that's gone.
I don't understand.
We hear it every single night, every single day from our customers what needs to be changed and why they don't come back. We let you know these things and you don't give a shit.
Nothing is done.
You don't care.
Wow.
Pace is ridiculous here. I really don't want to break down because I've been here a long time. And I'm not getting paid jack shit. For somebody to be here that long.
I've been here since 2006. Why haven't I never got a pay raise?
Okay, let me say something real quick. since we're all telling the truth, first of all, Daryl and I have taken thousands and thousands of dollars out of our personal account to pay your paychecks.
So why not just close the place down?
We're not giving up. We don't want to give up. If you want to give up, that's fine. This isn't your business.
We don't want to leave each other because we all love each other. We don't want to leave. Not at all. But I need to make money to support my family.
You know what? So do we. Y'all are acting like it's us against y'all, and it's not.
This is a business. We have costs and expenses. I ask you to take that pay cut. It's either that or labor costs get so high, I'm out.
But you can go on 5 vacations in the summer.
And you're struggling for money.
Right.
That is fucked up. Period.
If you don't want to be here, don't be here.
After Chef Ramsay arranged for the staff to air their grievances,
I don't think you have a clue as to how this place runs.
the defiant owners are not having any of it.
If you don't want to be here, don't be here. If I were piling up money back there, then I could see you being pissed off. But we're not piling up money back there. I can't show appreciation in dollars at this point. They maybe have this picture of me with this pile of money going, ha ha ha, nobody's going to get it. We don't have the money. I'm accepting the truth from you guys. Accept it from me, please.
Things aren't going well, I understand that. But in terms of morale, there's an air of discontent. They feel abused. And I'm not saying the staff are perfect, but you're the owners, and you set an example. We have to fix what's broken within. So how about starting over again and turning the page and the beginning of a new chapter?
I understand those frustrations. You're wonderful people. So I want you all here, and you will have my respect. I guarantee that from me. And there's a lot of love for you guys from Ellen and I, and I truly mean that.
Good, we did make some progress. The air is clearer. Okay, it's a new day here at Zeke's. I've got some ideas that I need to put into place to really start putting this place back on the map. Thank you.
Honestly, I don't think that Daryl and Ellen heard what we were saying. He was just saying what was right, just to get Chef Ramsay off of his back. We'll see what happens. Oh, Lord.
After attempting to open Daryl and Ellen's eyes to the staff morale problems, Chef Ramsay has devised a plan to test the chefs and showcase their abilities.
Okay, it's been so obvious that you've been handcuffed by Daryl. And here's what I want you to do. Show Daryl how creative, how inspirational, how exciting you can be with seafood. There's a grocery store literally 2 miles away from here, okay? Have a look at the ingredients, get inspired, come back, get creative. I want to see that on a plate. Yeah?
Thank you, Chef.
Good.
Right now, I'm pretty jacked up. Gordon Ramsay himself said, Jason, time for you to be inspired. Go let it happen. Let's see what you got.
All right, let's see what they got fresh.
How may I help you?
Redfish fresh?
Just put it out an hour and a half ago.
That's what we're looking for. It's extremely liberating to have this freedom to showcase and do what we want to do, cook good food. Very nice to meet you.
Thanks, guys.
I am looking for red onions with asparagus.
Do a red pepper. This will be the last thing I get. I'm ready to ride. There it is.
There it is.
Showcase the skills.
So happy, think of something creative, and really let it go, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, off you go, guys, yeah? Yeah, I'm going to do a chicken fried steak at the same time, okay? Brilliant. Own it, yeah?
Yes, Chef.
You can put a little lime juice in there?
Yes.
Yeah, just...
I'm not done yet with it.
Okay, good. Yeah, I love the idea of bacon and
Cheddar grits.
cheddar. Nice. So in terms of the inspiration, tell me what it is.
Try to keep it southern with the grits, fresh with the salmon, and classic with the capers, with the onions, with the tomatoes.
Good.
Keeping it with the New Orleans theme, redfish, and then grilled vegetables, fresh rice, fresh ingredients, just a fun dish.
Pretty good job. The difference is night and day, let me tell you that. Beautiful. Now, you say nothing. You didn't cook them. I cooked them. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. Come over, guys. Please.
Wow, look at that.
You think of Louisiana, first thing you think of is freshness. But when I walked into your restaurant, what I didn't expect was frozen seafood. So I got my team to get some ingredients for me. Like you both just have a little taste. Taste the freshness. A beautiful char-grilled salmon done with grits.
Creamy, tasty, it's absolutely phenomenal.
Then I got hold of some redfish, marinated zucchini with some rice and a really nice mango salsa.
Oh my gosh, this redfish is delicious. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Phenomenal?
Delicious. Absolutely.
Watching them eat my dish and not knowing that it was mine, and to say that, you know, it looked like it was from their heart.
I'd like you to have a little taste of that chicken fried steak. I just lightly pounded it and then fried it twice. So it should just melt in your mouth.
It does melt.
Yeah.
Literally melted, Chef.
They couldn't believe how good it was. The presentation was beautiful, and it was fresh ingredients, and they tasted wonderful.
They're all absolutely phenomenal.
You can taste the difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's something you need to know about the seafood dishes. I didn't cook them. The two chefs put those dishes together.
Wow.
The seafood dishes are your boys.
Delicious. Absolutely.
Wow.
They really are. They're phenomenal.
It really opened my eyes to what I wasn't letting them do, honestly. Food is art, and I was not letting them create their art.
These aren't just delicious. They're beautiful, and they come from right inside you. I know that. You did a fantastic job.
It feels really good that Daryl and Ellen recognize my potential, and I think that my abilities have been shown, and hopefully this is the first step forward.
This is the new Zeke's. I can see that's what we're looking for.
And all I could really think to myself was, about fucking time you see it.
Really good job. Well done.
It's incredible.
Coming up,
Oh my gosh!
it's the biggest restaurant redesign in the history of Kitchen Nightmares.
This has surpassed anything I could possibly imagine.
But it all could be for nothing if Daryl can't stick with Chef Ramsay's new plan.
All right, like 3 chops and alligator. Slow down for 1 minute. Let us catch up.
Everybody stop. Just stop.
After finally having at least a small breakthrough with the owners, Chef Ramsay decides to have his team work through the night on the biggest restaurant makeover they have ever done.
Right, good morning.
Morning, Chef.
Excited? Are you ready to see the new Zeke's?
Yes.
Let's go. Welcome to the new Zeke's. Here we go.
Oh,
Come in, please.
wow.
Here we go.
Oh my God.
Kidding me?
In.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
man,
my gosh.
Oh, that's nice.
Look at that. Oh, my God.
Let's start with the walls. Gone is the swamp.
Look at all the old doors.
Reclaimed doors. It's got that nostalgia and it's got that comfort feel, right?
Feel like home.
Look at this.
You've got the most amazing chairs, brand new chairs. It just feels authentic.
Let me say this, please. You have found our identity.
Wonderful.
This is
Wonderful.
us. I'm astonished. I mean, truly.
I didn't really have any expectations, but this has surpassed anything I could possibly imagine.
There is one more thing I'd like to show you. You're going to start peeing your pants.
Oh, man, that's it. Oh, that's nice.
There we are, our boil house.
Oh my gosh!
From shucking your oysters to cooking your shrimp, this is going to be a substantial part of the menu. And Emil, it's going to take so much pressure off you and Jason. This should just run on its own, and it should almost double the turnover. Did I see you smile again? That's the second time in 24 hours, dude. Huh? They're going to arrest you for being too happy.
Chef Ramsay has given this staff, this place, my family, our friends, our customers, a new beginning.
It's unbelievable. Honestly, when people would ask me where I work, I would never say Zeke's. I just say I'm a cook. Now I'm proud to say that I work here.
A new beginning and a new identity for Zeke's.
Along with making the decor more inviting, Chef Ramsay has replaced Zeke's outdated, stale menu with a modern update of classic New Orleans cuisine.
Oh my gosh.
My goodness me. This is going to put Zeke's back on the map.
Smell it?
Be careful, it's fresh.
Every dish is absolutely beautiful.
Okay, let's start off top of the table. Zeke's House Boil, yes. Bucket of shrimps, yes. Bucket of blue crabs. A great sharing, festive, localized bucket. Push them, okay? Back in the menu, the entrees. Pecan crusted catfish, served with a classic tartar sauce and a herb salad. Country fried steak, big hit. Say no more, such a gravy. Delicious, slightly heated in that gravy, so you've got that nice little burn at the back of your throat. Blackened alligator, wonderful Creole sauce. Absolutely delicious. Because this has now become not the old Zeke's, your Zeke's.
Thank you.
You've got your identity. Now make it yours.
Absolutely incredible.
Beautiful. Come here. Come here.
The way Chef created the menu and the dishes, they don't have a menu like that around here.
Dig in. Enjoy.
So not only do we have something great to put on the table, but it's not anywhere around.
Nobody else has it.
Oh my God. Did you taste the cornbread? The menu is phenomenal. I'm proud to have it and excited and can't wait for everybody else to come in and try it. It's delicious.
I feel right now we have the most diverse Louisiana Southern menu. I mean, we very well may have the best menu.
Rich in flavor, rich in texture. Wow.
Hi guys, welcome to Zeke's.
The community of Metairie had a love affair with this restaurant that went sour.
Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Shrimps are amazing.
Chef Ramsay's revamp and tonight's relaunch will be a strong indicator if it's possible for this love affair to resume.
I'm gonna try some other
I'm gonna try the blackened alligator.
And with so many changes in place and so many people in the dining room, Chef Ramsay is hoping the Boyle House will take some of the pressure off the kitchen.
Any orders on yet in the Boyle House?
No.
Nothing in the Boyle House already. So get hold of the waitresses, call them in and say, right, start pushing them. And we've got to use that place. We've got to get used to that. Let's go.
Rachel, sell boiled food.
I'm
Sell
trying.
one, okay? Sell one to a big table, please.
Tonight we have a special. It's boiled lobster for $2.
I don't know if you saw it on the menu, but sell it by the bucket.
Just bring us 2 coming right up. 2 buckets of lobster for table 5.
2 buckets of
Two
lobster.
buckets of lobster, please.
Let's go. Put a little bit of butter on there. Give it a nice little glaze, okay? Good. That's it. 2 lobsters. Let's go.
Look what I have for y'all. Y'all enjoy.
Looks good. Look at this.
With the Boyle House now being utilized and satisfying customers, it's clearly allowed some breathing room for the kitchen.
You're 8 minutes on baked crab at 33.
However, it's now up to Daryl to manage the time wisely.
I worked hard today. Let's make it happen.
You've got to focus on that window. Communicate with these guys. 1 table leaving, 1 table working, so we don't get bogged down, yes?
Yes, chef.
I need an alligator. I need a strip.
Give me 3 minutes on that.
Let's go. We need to push food up there and cook it as fast as we can. Green tomatoes, char-grilled oysters. I need it fast.
Let's work one at a time. It's not a race.
How we looking? 3 chops and alligator.
Hold on 1 second, Daryl.
Smothered chop. How we looking?
Daryl, slow down for 1 minute. Let us catch up, huh?
Fucking hell.
With Daryl calling multiple tickets at the same time
Grits, mash, sweet potatoes.
and more focused on speed than anything else,
What ticket is it for?
the kitchen is now completely confused.
How's my pecan catfish? Where's my New York strips? Gotta go.
Just put them in the window and we'll figure out how to plate them.
Yes, whatever you got.
Make sure it's done, huh?
I was being told that I need this, this, and this right now, and I just try and move as fast as I can and get the food out. See, it just looks like crap. Do you agree?
Yeah. No garnish?
No, goes in the window like that.
Daryl has managed to get the cooks producing the food at a much quicker pace,
That looks really good.
I don't think this is cooked.
but the dishes are not at the level that they should be.
So is that cooked? It's not, is it? Do excuse me. Can I get you another one, sir? Sure. Yeah. Guys, the fish is raw. Not tonight. Just stop.
24 is out.
Everybody stop.
What a joke.
It's relaunch night at Zeke's,
Smothered chop. How we looking?
Daryl, slow down for 1 minute. Let us catch up, huh?
and with Daryl pushing the cooks, food is leaving the kitchen quickly.
Can I get you another one, sir?
Unfortunately, it's also coming back quickly.
Guys, the fish is raw. Not tonight.
Oh, man.
Just stop. Everybody stop. Emil, Jason, come round. I'd rather be 3-4 minutes later than rush food out there and the shit's coming back. Not tonight.
An expediter should definitely set the tone for the rest of the kitchen. I think Daryl lost control of that. It's just a big catastrophe.
What we've got to do is focus on 1 table at a time. We've got to communicate.
Daryl, talk to me. Don't get swamped. Where you at? Daryl, what table you on?
Daryl, take responsibility.
I have to stop, refocus. Let's get these tickets out one at a time. I need to do a better job of communicating, very simply. All right, guys, let's focus.
Where you at now, Daryl?
Pecan catfish and blackened alligator.
In his hand, Daryl.
Table 1. Let's go.
Move to the next ticket.
I got 33 blackened alligator, pecan catfish.
Coming right now, Daryl.
Let's go.
Following Chef Ramsay's advice of focusing on 1 table at a time,
What table
All
you
right,
on?
table 10. Yeah, I
Mac
got
and cheese,
I
grits
got-
is up.
Daryl and the chefs are now in sync.
Please, let's get this to 31.
Blackened alligator.
Perfectly cooked dishes are leaving the kitchen
That's very good.
and are being enjoyed by thrilled customers.
That's delicious.
Fox News are here.
Now that this restaurant is on its way to a successful relaunch,
Hi.
Chef Ramsay is ready to spread the word.
Well,
What happened with the restaurant before? Why did you come here?
This place was legendary. It lost its way. It's now back on the map, and 2 new owners that are going to start their own beginning of a new chapter.
What is the feedback you're already getting for tonight?
That the food is fantastic. I mean, the menu's is fabulous. I highly recommend that you come in and try it.
Let's finish. Let's finish. Somebody get this to 14, please. Is there no more tickets coming in? Let's get this stuff out of here.
Definitely order this again.
That's delicious.
That's a wrap, Jack.
At the end of the night, the way it ended made you feel good. I think Daryl showed more personality tonight than he showed in the last few years. We still have some improvements to make, but you can see it's on the right track.
Nice job.
Good night, ladies. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, tonight was about establishing a new Zeke's. And you achieved it.
Yes. Yes.
For my first time in New Orleans. Fuck me, did you give me a challenge?
If Chef Ramsay told me a week ago that all these changes were going to happen,
Well done, my darling.
I don't think I would have really believed it.
Can I just have a quick word with you two?
Amazing.
Look at this place. The potential's huge.
I know.
Fantastic. It's now your Zeke's. Run with it. And Daryl, you do care. And you do have a heart, a big heart. Show it to your staff.
Indeed, I will.
Don't hide that.
I'm ready to do things the right way, ready to get moving. It's a new life. It's new energy.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you.
Good night, good night, good night. We had a lot of issues here when I first arrived. The staff were at war with the owners, the food was miserable, and the restaurant was seriously struggling for an identity. But what I witnessed was a phenomenal comeback. And how fitting is that it took place here in the most resilient city across America, New Orleans. Week-old lasagna, not so special.
In the weeks that followed, a glowing report on the local news
As a family, as a restaurant, it's back on the map.
brought a surge of customers to the restaurant.
Hi, how are y'all?
Daryl and Ellen are doing their best to raise staff morale
You all did an excellent job. I can't do this without you guys.
and are reaching out to the community
And we really thank you all for coming here. It means a lot to us. Thanks.
to put Zeke's back on the map. Next time on Kitchen Nightmares, Chef Ramsay heads to Bourbon Street to a restaurant run by two brothers, Mo
You're the one who's supposed to be honest.
and Rami,
Just listen to what the fuck I'm telling you.
who used their eatery as a battleground. Gordon is completely disgusted and totally appalled and challenged by the management.
Punch me, do what the fuck you want to do.
That's next time on the most explosive kitchen nightmares of the year.
We just shut down the fucking restaurant. Good night.
It's been a year since Chef Ramsay crisscrossed the country, trying to save restaurants in trouble.
I want the nightmare to be over.
They may have asked for his help, but that didn't stop them from fighting with Gordon.
Adele, what do you think?
I don't like it.
And each other
Listen, I try to control everything.
every step of the way.
I need your smile.
I'll be right out.
Now, 1 year later, Chef Ramsay is back, asking the tough questions.
Do you still hate me? Is business going well? Is there any possibility that you may get back together?
Get ready for a night of surprises as Chef Ramsay finds out what happened to
Disgusting.
the restaurants he tried to save. First, we'll return to Mojitos in Brooklyn,
Okay, Chisavich.
owned by a former couple who were at war with each other.
Mojitos destroy our lives.
And we'll check in on the Junction, formerly known as Flamangos in rural New Jersey,
We know! Shut your mouth already!
run by a stubborn owner completely resistant to change.
I hate it. How can you be positive about something you hate?
And lastly, we'll get updated on Bazzini's in Ridgewood, New Jersey. This is where Paul the owner fought with his staff
Why do you have to make it so difficult for? What the fuck you want from me?
and did little to impress Chef Ramsay.
Whether you like it or not, you have given up.
Tonight, we will see it all. Who is living the dream and who turned their kitchen back into a nightmare.
Oh, come on.
coming to change now.
Last year, my team and I worked tirelessly across the country, turning restaurants around. Tonight, we'll let you in on how they're doing. Before that, let's take a look back at what happened when I first arrived at Mojito. Brooklyn is a hip, trendy, diverse borough of New York. It's the perfect place for a Cuban restaurant, unless that restaurant happens to be called Mojito, run by a divorced couple at war with each other.
Step the rest, you're right there.
Yes, we are on it.
Marcelo, why don't you listen to me?
Cata runs front of the restaurant, Marcelo runs the kitchen.
Cata!
But they spend most of the time running their mouths.
No,
We clean in my way, in my way. She have the book, How Drive Marcelo Crazy.
do it now.
Chisavich.
What a mess. 7 years in the business, and all they had to show for it was a failed marriage and a huge mountain of debt.
There's someone in the bank?
Zero. Mojitos destroy our lives. Sorry.
When I first walked in, I knew straight away I had my work cut out.
A real interesting decor, yeah. There's almost like a sort of garage sale gone wrong.
The toxic relationship between Cata and Marcelo.
Thank you very much.
Poisoned everything at Mojito, even the food.
These are so salty. You'd need 6 mojitos before you start eating 6 spoons of that.
Right.
They're disgusting.
Excuse me, take this back. Marcelo, that means salty as hell. Throw it out. Get it together, Marcelo. Control.
Listen, I try to control everything. I try to control everything.
Take a spoon.
I'm gonna
and you
take, I'm gonna
everything.
take.
No,
Listen.
they're salty. Throw them out and exchange it for new ones. Instead of arguing, do it now.
Let me just tell you something. Lunch was a disaster. I could hear a lot of shouting. What? Is that normal?
That's how we hear every day. Every single day. Cata's always pushing me.
Checking your performance.
You're not my boss.
Maybe they're really nervous. So when I came back for dinner service,
Hi, how are you?
I kept an open mind. Unfortunately, things were no different.
That's terrible.
It actually got worse.
Who made this? You guys should know better. How can you allow food to come out like that nasty?
Negative.
It was like soggy
No,
and it was
crispy.
flat
It's not
underneath.
crispy.
It
It's
was
not
soggy.
crispy.
It's supposed to be nicer.
Honestly, after all that fighting, I was getting a headache. So I decided to go downstairs and take a good look round the storage. What I found was absolutely shocking.
That is what you call dry chicken.
There must be thousands and thousands of dollars worth of food here. After the last unhappy customer left,
We'll never come here again.
I then decided to call a meeting and really give them a big wake-up call.
I've never seen such waste in my entire life. There's 7 of these down there. 7. This is rapidly shutting down the restaurant.
Mojito was a mess, and nothing was going to change until Cata and Marcelo had really put their differences aside. The next morning, I pulled them each aside to have a real heart-to-heart with them.
The restaurant's suffering on the back of both of you constantly hurting each other, and it's so sad.
It's embarrassing.
Do you think it's time that one of you says goodbye to the business?
I think we'll be very healthy.
How important is the business for you?
It's everything for me. The person that I was married to, that person doesn't exist anymore. He's gone. And I have to move on. So I'm taking care of my business because that's all I have left. Whatever it takes, I'll go to the end. Until I feel that there's nothing else that I can do. I'm committed.
Okay, thank you.
Stand strong. Finally, there was hope for the future. With that in mind, my team and I spent all night renovating Mojito. Welcome to Mojitos, the new Mojitos, yes? Doesn't it feel twice as big? Hello, Cuba.
This is amazing.
The first thing that's gone missing are the 500 bottles that was stopping all that natural light.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Take a look at where your bottles have gone. Cata, what do you think?
This is amazing.
Today is the beginning of a new chapter inside Mojitos. Come here.
You little firecracker.
Then I unveiled the new menu. Look at the difference in the portion size. It's a lot less. but visually, it's beautiful. For relaunch night, Qatar and Marcelo decided to work the front of house together.
Follow me this way, guys.
And leave the kitchen to Eduardo. You convinced you can do it?
Yeah.
Got it.
Cuban sandwich, okay?
What came back?
Just believe that's because they order a Cuban sandwich.
Not the pork?
Not the pork.
Look at me now. You've got to call out the fucking orders. Eduardo was getting flustered. Orders were coming back to the kitchen.
Guys, F5 is missing a Cuban.
Bloody hell. The new mojito will start to look a lot like the old one. And then Marcelo,
I have to do something.
Jumped straight back into the kitchen and took charge.
We're concentrating a pescado marinero, ropa vieja, arroz con pollo one meat only, churrasco pork.
Brilliant.
Thank you. Hi, buddy.
Kata and me are working together well again.
How was everything here?
Yes.
They loved everything.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah! Tonight wasn't perfect, but I did see one thing that I haven't witnessed, and that was teamwork. Well done.
Feels great to see Marcelo smile. It just sort of right in my heart.
I need you to continue. You are the half of that.
I'm gonna do everything that it takes to make it work.
You guys work well together. Tonight proved that. Don't stop. You'd be mad to. Well, my darling. Great team. I'm back at Mojito in Brooklyn, New York City. Now, if you came here last year, you would have been served dreadful food by bickering owners. We made a lot of changes and brought the owners finally together. I'm just hoping it paid off. We're about to find out.
Up next, have the ex-lovers patched up their differences?
She treated you like a partner, not like you're her bitch.
Or are they driving Mojitos back into bankruptcy?
I don't care.
Then, Flamangos was Chef Ramsay's toughest assignment.
That's not cooking, that's dog shit.
Remember the outburst?
Shut your mouth already!
The fire?
How can you be positive about something you hate?
Now get ready for round 2 of Gordon versus Adele.
Oh my God!
It's the rematch. Coming up on Kitchen Nightmares Revisited. Mojito, a Cuban restaurant in Brooklyn, was run by a former couple who seemed more interested in feuding
Listen, I try to control everything.
than the restaurant.
Go out here.
I'm not going out.
Go out here.
I'm not.
Go out of my kitchen, now.
It was a big challenge, but Chef Ramsay revamped the restaurant and unified Kata and Marcelo. Now, 1 year later, is Mojito's enjoying peace and prosperity, or is it back to its old bickering ways?
Last time I was at Mojito, food was dreadful and the business was going down the tubes. Nothing was going to change unless Katia and Marcelo had stopped all that fighting. It took a lot of tears, but they finally became an amazing team. I just hope they've kept it up. Kata, how are you? Good to see you. Oh, wow.
Welcome back to Mojito. We're wonderful.
Sounds great. Atmosphere's up.
Seeing Gordon was like seeing an old friend. He has a very special place in my heart and Mojito's heart. Oh, wow. Thank you.
Silly question, because it looks busy, but how is business?
This is great.
Where should we sit?
Here.
Okay, great. Great. Good to see you. My God, I forgot how glamorous you were.
Yeah.
Now, it's working together professionally.
Yes.
And who's in control? Who's wearing the trousers? You or him?
Well, we both do. You know, it's a give and take, you know. Now we're really partners and we're really working out.
Brilliant.
And respecting each other and respecting each other's work and commitment. And we're really committed to make it work.
Business is up by how much?
30%.
That's brilliant.
Business has gotten a lot better. We paid off half our debts, so it looks a lot better. 6 months, we are estimated to be out of that. That's free.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yes.
Marcello, where is he?
He's in the kitchen.
He's so excited to come back, you know that. I'll go surprise him.
Okay, nice to
Thank
see
you. Chef Laura.
Senor.
Good to see you.
Me too,
You look great. You look happy.
Yes.
Not just because I'm here. You're like this on a daily basis. Motivated, fired up, and ready to go, yeah?
Amazing.
Your relationship with Kata is on a professional front.
In the professional way, I'm more relaxed.
If she treated you like a partner, not like you're her bitch.
Just serve the rice. Serve the rice. Marcelo, why don't you listen to me?
She's shown you respect.
All time.
Purchasing.
Very under control.
There must be thousands and thousands of dollars worth of food here. Are you buying the stuff now?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Where is it?
You want to check?
Yeah, I want to have a check. Yeah, please. After you. clean this is down here. So look, my God. Now these fridges are full.
I'm kind of afraid because I have my fridge with a lot of stock, but it's because my business is coming up a lot.
Listen, not just the labels, the dates, the plastic wrap, everything's so well organized. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Last time I came down here, it was in a mess. Right, I'm hungry. What do you recommend for lunch?
I'm gonna surprise you.
I like your surprises.
How was your visit downstairs?
Brilliant. Clean down there.
Impressive, right?
The good news is it sounds like he's got his passion back and he seems a lot more relaxed, less...
Less aggressive and jumpy?
Yeah.
We work on that.
Okay. Wow, that guy must have big eyes.
That's like the kind of flavors that I like to eat.
Fantastic. That's delicious. What happens when an argument takes place and you're not happy with Marcelo and he's not happy with you and you want to let it go?
We call our peacemaker, which is my mom. She works hand to hand with Marcelo. Mommy?
This is your mum? How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. My goodness me, sit down, please.
That's my mom.
Wow, wow, wow. So this has been the secret success behind Mojito.
Yes.
Does she understand the level of your stubbornness?
See.
She does, yeah.
I don't need to translate that. I don't know why Gordon said that I'm stubborn. If I want to scream, I can do it. I'm the boss here. Remember who I am.
Here he is.
Oh, food is here.
Sit down, sit down, sit down. I want to talk to you.
At this time, I'm really, really nervous because I know he's a really, really high standard.
Delicious food, by the way. I mean, really delicious.
He liked it. He really enjoyed the food, so great.
Here's the thing, to get rid of your debts by 50% in the first 12 months of trading in amongst a recession is extraordinary. 99% of breakdown in relationships is always financially related. With the pressure gone, is there any possibility that you may get back together?
Gordon, he tries. He plays our relationship therapist.
Because you look so happy together.
When Gordon Ramsay come here, we feel like nostalgic about our relation, and we try like a work again, but the heart and the feelings are completely different ways.
What went wrong when it got back together?
I think we have different kind of lifestyles, and I think it's best to take separate ways.
Yeah. Last time I came, what was the worst moment?
When things were like out of control. Salty as hell. Throw it out!
My worst moment is when you come with a lot of chicken and avocados.
You've got enough food down there to serve a banquet of 5,000. I'm very proud of you both. You deserve more. So just continue.
One step at a time, you know?
Yes. Good to see all three of you.
Wonderful. If Ramsay didn't come to Mojito, we'd probably be out of business.
Take care of him.
We didn't have a clear vision.
Thank you.
The most value I learned from Ramsay is I recover the passion for my job.
Thank you.
Ciao.
I'm so proud of these two, honestly. They managed to turn around a dying business in the middle of the recession. They're out of debt, and they've managed to move on from the past. Right now, the future for Mojitos looks very, very bright indeed. Great news.
Coming up, we go back to White House Station, New Jersey, where Adele, the owner, battled with her staff
Stop bugging me!
and disagreed with Chef Ramsay.
Adele, what do you think?
I don't like it.
Now, 1 year later, has she embraced the changes?
Are you nicer to your staff now?
Am I nicer to you?
Or is this kitchen nightmare still spinning out of control? And later, remember Paul from Bazzini's?
I'm miserable. I don't want to get out of bed in the morning.
You'll be shocked to see what happens when Gordon returns. Oh no. That's all coming up on Kitchen Nightmares Revisited.
White House Station, New Jersey, is a quiet commuter town 1 hour outside Manhattan. Everything was just so damn quiet and peaceful. That is, until you got near Flamingos.
We have big problems here. Girls!
But there was the owner, Adele, who was dead set in her ways.
Shut your mouth already!
This was a family affair. Adele and her husband, Bill, had run successful restaurants in the past, but they opened this one so they could work with their daughter, Cheryl.
Chop, chop!
My first stop on this trip was to Bill and Adele's farmhouse. Hello. Now, do you just pop over for a slice of cake?
No, I live here.
You live here? Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 42 years old.
Same age as me. I left Mum 24 years ago.
Yeah.
What are you still doing here?
I haven't had a paycheck in 2 years. I have to live home.
It's pretty shocking for a 42-year-old lady to still be living at home. Wow. But even more shocking was the decor.
Oh my God, it's like a zoo in here.
Well, it is tropical.
Who designed it?
My daughter decorated it.
How drunk was she when she put the final sketches together?
I could see we had plenty of problems to fix at Flamingos, and I was really hoping the food wasn't one of them. Fat chance. What is that thing?
These are roof tile. We're eating it from the tile.
You'll love this.
Yeah. That's the toughest filet mignon I've ever tasted in my entire life.
I was pissed off. I went straight to the kitchen to confront the chef, Brian.
Straight up, would you eat it?
No.
You sent it to me. That's not cooking. That's dog shit.
That night, I observed dinner service, and it became so obvious to why this restaurant was failing. Bad food,
Risotto's curry and
slow service,
we've been here since 6 o'clock.
and a very stubborn owner who had treated her customers and her staff like dogs.
Shut your mouth already!
Absolute crazy. And then there was poor Bill.
Here I go. We got a 70-year-old man going round and round the dining room. You shouldn't be doing this at this pace.
From what I saw at dinner service, I knew they had to do something they've never done before. Have a staff meeting.
Well, Isabel, you're an excellent server, but you don't frickin' listen.
I know what the F I'm doing.
You don't know when to shut up.
The next morning, I wanted Bill to get back in touch with something that really made him successful in the past.
What is your favorite dish to cook?
My meatloaf.
Tonight you're going to cook that.
I would never order meatloaf out. Never. Yay.
Adele, the owner, was fighting me every step of the way. That night, the customers really loved Bill's special.
Meatloaf out of this world.
But the dishes on the old menu bombed.
I'll bring the owner over. Adele, they want to speak with you. Okay, complaints. What are they? It's dry. Dry. So you don't want it? Okay. Bastard.
The amazing thing is, even though the restaurant was going under, everyone was still clinging on to the old ways. That's when I knew I'd have to do something really drastic.
Everybody, stand up, grab a chair from the dining room, and follow me. Let's go. Oh, hold on. What do you mean, no?
That's Willie, my alligator.
Trust me, I need him.
Well, I want that alligator. Oh, my God.
Adele, the only way I know when I leave that the tropics aren't going to creep back in is to burn them. Look at that.
Anyone for cooked alligator? Sometimes it's hard to say goodbye to the past. You know that?
It's all right, baby.
That night, my team and I went to work, making one of the most drastic changes ever in the history of Kitchen Nightmares.
Welcome to the junk shop. Look at the size of this place.
Oh, my God.
Adele, what do you think?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I hate blue.
Unbelievable. This was beyond any shadow of a doubt one of the most stubborn owners I've ever worked with.
I hate it. How can you be positive about something you hate? Ugly. Hate.
I didn't think it could get any worse, but then Adele was always full of surprises.
What do you think of the menu?
I mean, this is very limited.
I'm trying so hard to help here.
Yeah.
And you have to embrace change. Because if you're not going to embrace change, do yourself a favor, shut the shop and retire. Then I unveiled the new dishes, and everyone was so excited, except for the one woman I called Madame Grumpy.
Oh, tastes like a fish.
It was relaunch night, and I was really praying Adele's negativity wouldn't rub off on the rest of her staff.
I need your smile.
I'll be right out.
Good, first customer's here.
This looks like a place to be fun to come to every day.
Really?
It's open, it's inviting.
Where's Madame Grumpy? Where is she? I caught her arguing with customers who liked the changes.
It's nice and bright. It's too bright.
Already you don't believe in it. The negativity is going to rub off on your staff. It's going to rub off on your daughter. And the customers will be feeding it.
I don't know. I need to get out of here.
Unbelievable. Relaunch night was about to go up in flames. So I turned to Bill for some help. She's our first point of contact. If you could do me a favour and just ask her to put a smile on that face.
Okay, I will do that. How you doing, okay?
I'm scared. I'm so nervous.
Don't be scared. Smile. Smile. Here you go.
You like Bill's meatloaf?
Yeah.
Good.
Is she lining up?
Yes. I told you she's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me on what scale of a pain in the ass she is.
Oh,
out
she's
of 10.
11. 11.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Thank you. Everybody's happy.
A big thank you to the Queen. I'm serious. I will be back, and I'll take great pleasure in witnessing the success. And by the time I get back, madam, I want you moved out of that house. Yes? Promise me?
I promise.
Okay, good. I'm back at the Junction in Whitehouse Station, New Jersey. This restaurant was known for three things: bad food, wacky decor, and an owner, the most stubborn this side of the Mississippi. We made a lot of changes. I'm dying to find out if they're successful.
Up next, sparks fly. When Gordon and Adele face off again.
You have not changed one little bit.
Then we are going back to Bazzini's, where a burnt-out owner took his frustration out on his staff.
So let me demo a chicken Milanese for the 400th fucking time.
Don't push it, Paul.
And infuriated Chef Ramsay.
We need to fucking cook!
Now, a year later, we're about to find out if Bazzini's has gone boom or bust. When Kitchen Nightmares Revisited returns. The old Flamingos combined a really bad concept.
Oh my God, it's like a zoo in here.
With terrible food.
Excuse me.
And one of the most stubborn owners Chef Ramsay has ever met.
Shut your mouth already.
It took a little fighting and a big fire to get this restaurant on track.
It's all right, baby.
Now, 1 year later, is the Junction cooking, or has it gone up in flames?
Last time I was here, Adele, the owner, fought me every step of the way. The rotten food, the wacky decor, she didn't want to change a thing. Finally, she accepted it. I'm back now to see if they've changed this place into a big success. Hello, princess. How are you?
My God.
How are you?
Good, how are you? Oh my God. He's actually brave enough to come back here to see us.
You look great. Are you married? You're not married?
Still single.
Oh, sugar. Seriously.
You were supposed to help me.
I don't know if I've got mates that brave. Where are you staying?
Still home with Mom.
Oh, come on. Nearly moving out? On the verge of?
On the verge of, I promise.
And by the time I get back, madam, I want you moved out of that house. Yes? Promise me?
I promise.
Okay, good.
I lied a little, but what are you gonna do?
Where's the Queen?
The Queen is in the kitchen.
Hello?
Look who's here.
How are you?
Oh, I'm hanging in there.
Oh my God. First of all, it's great to see you. Really good to see you.
You sure?
I'm seriously. Do you feel the same way?
I love you.
No, you what?
You see the smile?
Okay, good. Good. Now, most important question for me. I've been thinking about it all the way up here. Do you still hate me?
I never hated you. He says it's gonna work. How stupid can you be?
Are you nicer to your staff now?
You don't freaking listen. Isabel, am I nicer to you?
How are you? How are you? Oh, goodness me. Is she nicer to you, yes or no? Truthfully.
She is a lot better.
She's getting a lot better.
After I saw how I did come off harsh,
I try to soften my approach to people.
Now, where's Brian, the chef? Where is he?
He's working in a bagel shop
Oh, is he?
now. Yes.
Why?
He didn't like the way we ran our kitchen, and we didn't like the way he ran it.
How's business?
It's different.
It's different.
Because we went from a higher end to a more affordable menu, so you bring in different people.
Yep.
Why are you smiling?
You haven't changed, have you? Huh?
I did.
You have not changed one little bit.
I'm 70 years old. You think I'm going to change now?
No.
Call me stubborn, a hard head, I don't know. Well, I feel Gordon put us on the right path by going more casual.
You're still making desserts?
Yes.
Good. Fantastic. Are they going well?
Very well. Yeah.
Brilliant, 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 brilliant.
Yeah.
Are you happier?
I'm ecstatic
What makes you happy?
when I see my restaurant full.
Okay, good. Can we have a bite to eat together?
Yes. Go.
So good to see you. How nice is this?
This is wonderful.
This is amazing. Listen to the buzz, the atmosphere. If this was still Flamingos, where would we be now?
Closed. Business has been very good. We're doing double the business. Big difference from when it was Flamingos.
Right, we're going to have...
Start up with something to drink. Sex on the beach.
Sex on... Sex on the beach, what's that?
You never had sex on the beach?
I did in Florida when I proposed to my wife, yes. But I wasn't drinking.
This is different.
Of course, my mother, with her sense of humor, had to order sex on the beach.
Whilst I was here, we had some good times and we had some bad times. What was the best time for you?
I guess when you walked in the door.
You really mean that?
Yeah.
What was the worst time for you?
When you called me Madam Grumpy.
What about the bonfire?
How could I forget about that?
The tropics are going. Look at that. It was very important.
I think the older you get, the harder it is to adapt
course.
to change. Gordon changed all three of us into having to think differently about business.
Oh my God, look at the size of that. Thank you, darling.
Your meatloaf, or Bill's meatloaf, I should say.
Do you mind if I have a little taste?
And that's
Do you mind?
You, go right ahead. Good?
Wow. It's absolutely delicious.
Beautiful.
I mean, really good. Cheryl, you're charismatic. You've got beautiful eyes. You've got scary nails. You're very pretty. Why can't you date men?
You know what a Guido is.
A Guido, yeah.
That's what she's looking for.
The guy in my dreams will come up to me and say, "Hey, how you doing? My name's Tony. Are you single?"
I've got a long journey home, and I'd love to take out and buy one of those pies to take back for my children.
Here's apple crumb.
Apple crumb.
Or humple.
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 Hold on, where did that name come from? Oh, Jesus. Humple. What?
No one
Too many sex on the beach cocktails. Humple. What's humple?
Pumpkin and apple. You know we want to be different.
Honestly, yeah, you're definitely different. You, my sir, you deserve to be knighted. Honestly.
Oh, that was right on. I tell her all the time I should get a medal being with you all the time.
Stay there, I've got a little surprise for you. Okay? Just a little present from me.
Oh boy.
First of all,
Is a guy gonna come out of there?
my apologies, it's not a guy. Okay? But something that can bring back memories. There we are, my darling.
No way.
Oh, yes. There you
Oh my God, an alligator.
Willie's back.
Oh my God, I can't believe Gordon brought Willie the alligator back.
Willie's back. What do you mean, no?
That's Willie, my alligator.
Trust me.
Me and Gordon burned Willie, our alligator. It was very nice that he replaced it with a new Willie. Maybe we'll name the new alligator Willie the Second, or maybe Gordy.
Okay. Bill, good to see you.
Want to make sure that we're successful so Charlotte can live a good life with a new husband and grandchildren.
Take care, babe.
Oh,
Good to see you.
the main thing that I learned from Gordon coming in is that we had to make the change or else that's the end of the restaurant.
No, don't cry. Come on.
We definitely wouldn't have still been here if this was Flamingos. Absolutely. We need Gordon to come in and save the day, and he definitely did that for us. And we can't thank him enough.
Wow. She's still a firecracker. But for me, the good news is Adele has embraced changes, and it looks like the junction is back on track big time. All she has to do now is get that 43-year-old daughter out of the house. My God, still living at home.
Coming up, he was one of the most distraught and burnt-out owners Chef Ramsay has ever dealt with.
I'm miserable.
Paul Bazzini was a man of many excuses.
Well, you haven't changed enough to convince me that this can turn around.
Now, a year later, Chef Ramsay is back, and he can't believe what he finds. You won't either. That's coming up on Kitchen Nightmares Revisited.
One of my biggest challenges last year was in Ridgewood, New Jersey. It was a great little town, very affluent, just half an hour outside New York City. Lots of restaurants everywhere, doing really well, but not Bazzini's.
Here's your salad.
What salads, what table? I'm confused.
The biggest problem was the owner, Paul,
This needs to be heated up.
These are perfect.
who just didn't give a damn anymore.
A lot of complaints.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Paul was an angry man.
Always somebody, always somebody, always somebody.
His wife, Leslie, just couldn't get through to him.
You're like dead.
I want the nightmare to be over.
And his talented pastry chef, Sharon, couldn't stand him.
If he were a woman, he would have PMS 24/7, okay?
I showed up the first day, ready and excited for some lunch.
No lunch. That's ridiculous. Call me.
An hour later, he finally rang.
I'm starving. How are you?
Hi, welcome to Bazzini's.
The first thing that struck me, the dining room was falling apart.
God, they're grimy. Entree comes with sound effects.
Little did I know, the sound effects were the best part.
Really bland. That's not normal for a chicken to be so fucking hard.
Fettuccine, bland. Chicken, why is it so dry? That's bullshit.
What a mess. Any desserts?
Certainly. Sharon, our dessert chef, makes everything.
Gordon's eating your carrot cake right now as we speak.
Oy vey. Hey.
Bloody hell. You scared me. Don't come around the corner like that.
Sharon.
That is delicious.
Awesome.
That's made with passion. You make love to that carrot cake, don't you?
Well, I'm getting divorced, so it's the cake or...
I'll go for the cake.
I went to the back to talk to Paul about my rotten lunch, and I was amazed. He just didn't seem to care.
Paul, it tasted bland, and it looked atrocious. Honestly, it was fucking disgusting. Seriously, I mean, you may laugh, but it's not funny.
Paul had no passion and no soul. And that night's dinner service proved it again.
It's cold.
Oh, come on. Christ almighty.
So let me demo a chicken Milanese for the 400th fucking time, which is nothing more than chicken and salad, and my 12-year-old can do it.
Don't push it, Paul. When I don't put it high enough, you yell at me that it's not freaking high enough.
Why do you have to make it so difficult for it? Why can't? But what's with the sarcasm?
Well, I can't help it if you tell me you do it one fucking way. Then you're changing it. What the fuck you want from me?
Changing it right.
Well, you told me the first fucking time.
His wife could see it.
Paul, please don't start with excuses. That's not going to help.
His customers could see it.
Get my food now.
Everyone but Paul could see he was the reason Bazzini's was going belly up.
Whether you like it or not, you have given up.
Think I'm happy? I'm miserable. I don't want to get out of bed in the morning. I want to stay in bed.
Okay, listen, I'm committed to helping you, and I'm not leaving this place until it's set. We are going to work at this together at turning this around.
The next day, I made Paul do something he should have done from the start. Open Bazzini's for lunch.
Ladies, both of you running the front of house.
I got a kick watching Sharon try to waitress.
Is everything okay?
Spoon is still.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
God help me.
With my help, Paul's doing a little better.
You got 4 vegetarian, I got 5 normal, yes?
4 vegetarian on the way.
Excellent.
And the customers seemed happy for a change.
Oh my gosh, this is so good.
This is like the best pasta.
That's it, the board is cleared.
Feeling as though we were moving in the right direction, that night, my team and I gave Bazzini's a much-needed facelift.
Look at this.
The tables are gorgeous.
I love these tchotchkes. Look
John
at
is
that.
a lemon pound cake on the walls.
It's just modern, it looks great.
The colour is contemporary.
Thank you again.
Oh, good, my darling. I'm glad you're happy.
Love the menu. From 27 dishes down to 15 is fresh. Char grilled calamari with fresh chili and arugula. The main entree is bistecca, fresh caponata with white beans. Pasta of the day is going to be tagliatelle of mussels and clams. Paul, is that menu manageable?
Yep.
I invited some big local dignitaries for relaunch night.
Let's see what this new menu offers us.
And I prayed for the best.
These tables are very important.
I need a second to think.
Oh, come on.
Al, you got it. Come on. I need help. I need you to get in the game with me, please. I can't do it all alone.
One quality that all great chefs have is the ability to work under pressure. Paul can't handle pressure.
I need some help. I need someone to move tickets. I can't do everything myself.
Communication.
Let's just cook!
God's sake.
Come on, Paul! Paul!
I'm doing 400 things at once.
And then, things went from bad to worse.
Bloody hell, where's Al? Where's my sous chef?
Al! Where is Al?
I don't know.
It was a disaster. And the sous chef, Al, had disappeared.
Listen to me. Al may be gone, but the customers need feeding. Let's support one another.
All right, take a deep breath. I'm glad to help.
Sharon and I rolled up our sleeves.
Good girl, Sharon.
Thank you, Chef.
Good girl.
And really worked hard to help save Paul's relaunch night.
The food is fantastic. Worth the wait.
The night was a success. But let's be honest, I wasn't going to be there every night to bail Paul's ass out of trouble.
Honestly, Paul, you haven't changed enough to convince me that this can turn around.
I know that it starts and stops with me, and I know that I have to be the leader, and I take responsibility for that.
You say all the right things always, but now it's time to do the right things. I'm back in Ridgewood, New Jersey to visit Bazzini's, where last year I had to work with one of the most defensive chefs I've ever worked with. Now, we made a lot of changes, but I always wondered if they'd stick, and we're about to find out.
Coming up, Chef Ramsay is back, but where is Paul?
Listen, I'm standing outside Bazzini's. Why aren't you open for lunch?
Shocking answers when Kitchen Nightmares Revisited continues. A successful restaurant should have great food.
It's not normal for a chicken to be so fucking hard.
Convenient hours.
It's Monday to Thursday, 5 till 9:30. Shit.
And great staff morale.
If you tell me you do it one fucking way, then you change it. What the fuck you want from me?
Bazzini's was 0 for 3 because chef owner Paul had given up.
A lot of complaints.
Yeah, so I heard.
It was a difficult journey, but Chef Ramsay gave Paul all the tools to succeed. Now 1 year later, is Bazzini's still on the right path?
When I arrived at Bazzini's last year, Chef Paul gave me excuse after excuse, and I left them all the tools to succeed. Now it's time to find out what he did with them. Right. Oh no. That's the one thing I told him to do was stay open for lunch. And that is not open. I know one person that will tell me exactly what's going on.
Hello.
Sharon? Gordon Ramsay.
Holy shit. Get out of here. You're full of it.
Listen, I'm standing outside Bazzini's. Why aren't you open for lunch?
Closed for lunch, breakfast, supper. It's closed, dude.
What? Closed for good? That's ridiculous. And listen, where are you?
Walswick, New Jersey.
Okay.
I was shocked that Gordon called me on the phone.
Okay, I'm gonna come over.
But you know, I always said from the day he left Bazzini's, one of these days my phone's gonna ring and it's gonna be Gordon Ramsay on the other end. So you see, you never know. What the hell? So when I first saw Gordon, I was thrilled that he came to visit. He looked really hot.
What happened?
It closed like after the show aired. They never had a lunch service, never. From the day I was that fabulous waitress. Is everything okay?
Biggest spoon still.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
I was late one day and he got all pissy and throwing shit all over the place and being nasty, and I just got pissed off and I said, I'm out of here. I just couldn't work there.
After everything you did for him?
Right. Listen, I don't wish anybody badly, but I was really good to him and he wasn't nice to me.
Oh, shame. So, Bazzini's is closed.
Finito.
Go. What are you doing now?
Okay, so I'm baking. Check it out. Cran apple. What do you think? The truth. Come on, Gordon.
It's delicious. Is business going well?
Yeah, I'm baking like a mad woman. Day and night, that's all I do, bake.
Okay, go back a bit. Go back 12 months when we first arrived at Bazzini's.
Mm-hmm.
Best moment.
When you told me my carrot cake was the best.
You make love to that carrot cake, don't you?
Well, I'm getting divorced, so it's the cake or...
I'll go for the cake.
And the worst was that stupid goddamn fight in the kitchen.
What the fuck you want from me?
Changing it right.
Well, you told me the first fucking time.
He threw you under the bus, didn't he?
He did, but I wasn't going. No way. If you tried to throw me under the bus, I wouldn't stand for it. So I wouldn't stand for it from him either.
Well, you have something unique, and that's you.
Thank you.
And those cakes.
Thank you.
Look after it. Take care.
Awesome. Good to see you. I was thrilled, really genuinely thrilled. He's awesome. Take care.
Take care, darling. Love you.
You too.
Sharon. You gotta love her. This year, the restaurant business has had one of the toughest years in decades, and I am so happy that the Junction and Mojito are thriving. Good night.
Next time on Kitchen Nightmares.